the state capitol for a night of dialogue and honors, all culminating tonight in the 2019 World Food Prize ceremony.
Please welcome from the state of Iowa, the former governor of Iowa and U.S. Secretary of Agriculture, a member of the World Food Prize Council of Advisors, Tom Vilsack. 2019 Norman Borlaug Field Award recipient from Turkey, Dr. Holly Ann Tufan. The recipient of the 2019 Africa Food Prize from Uganda, Dr. Emma Nuluyima. The Deputy Vice Minister of Agriculture from the Netherlands, Mariah Baines. Dr. Shavonda Jacobs-Young, Administrator of the USDA Foreign Agricultural Service, Ken Isley. Representing the U.S. State Department, the Assistant Secretary of the Bureau of Economic and Business Affairs, Manisha Singh. The North American representative from the UN Food and Agriculture Organization, Vimlendra Sharon. Green Revolution in Africa, and the recipient of the 2019 National Science Foundation Public Service Medal from Rwanda, Her Excellency Agnes Kalabuha. The Minister of Public Works and Transportation from Cambodia, the Honorable Shanthro Sung. Minister of Agriculture from Rwanda, Her Excellency Geraldine Bukeshimana. Secretary of Agriculture from Mexico, the Honorable Victor Villalobos. The Ambassador of the Kingdom of the Netherlands to the United States, the Honorable Andre Housepols. The Chair of the World Food Prize Selection Committee, Dr. Gabisha Ijeta, and the Chairman of the World Food Prize Council of Advisors, Mr. Paul Schickel. The Chairman of the World Food Prize Foundation, John Ruan III and Mrs. Ruan. And now, please welcome the 2019 World Food Prize laureate from the Netherlands, Mr. Simon Groot.
In 1940, the Netherlands was plunged into World War II with an invasion on Dutch soil. Under foreign occupation, life for many became very difficult, with declining living standards and acute food shortages. The Dutch famine of 1944-45, called the Hunger Winter, saw the deaths of more than 18,000 people. But for all that, there was one small Dutch town that remained protected from the worst of the deprivations that gripped Holland. Enkhausen's saving grace was something that has been at the heart of the town's industry for centuries: seeds. Holland's world-class seed industry began near Enkhausen in the early 1800s, when our laureate's great-great-great-grandfather, Nanne, started producing and distributing crop seeds throughout the region. Over the centuries, his descendants built upon that business until Enkhausen was known the world over for its quality vegetable seeds. The hunger winter that engulfed the Dutch cities did not reach Enkhuizen because of the town's strong connections to the region's farmers through the seed companies. In an unexpected way, seeds were the salvation for Enkhuizen from the many hardships of World War II. This recollection of his childhood left a deep impression on a 10-year-old boy in Enkhuizen who would represent the 6th generation of his family. He saw that in such a dire time as the hunger winter, the farmer connections his family had developed over a century and a half in the seed business could have a profound impact on alleviating the suffering the Dutch people shared. This experience was a prelude to his own groundbreaking work in the seed industry that would change millions of lives for the better. Born in Enkhuizen in 1934, Simon Groot was the oldest of 4 children. As a boy, Groot was involved in the local Friends of Nature Boy Scout Club, sparking a passion for exploring the natural world that would remain near to his heart throughout his life. After graduating from Erasmus University Rotterdam in 1955, he completed 2 years of military service. Then, in 1958, his father called him back to the family company, Sluis & Groot, where his 60-year career as a seedsman officially began.
I was born to be a vegetable seedsman, and I liked it. When I was 20 years old, I was not sure yet what I should do, but then my father said, "You better join me," and I did what he said, and I joined him. I could see all the options to improve seeds and to improve the crops, and I enjoyed that very much.
In the 1960s and 70s, Groot traveled the world, even making it to Shenandoah, Iowa, actively pursuing technological innovations in the seed industry to bring to his own work. In 1965, Groot went on his first business trip to Indonesia to arrange seed production for Sluis & Groot. There in the highlands above Jakarta, he discovered a field planted with cabbages bred by his own company. Though this variety grew well throughout Europe, in Indonesia it was producing fewer heads. The variety, which had been bred to thrive in a temperate climate, had fizzled in the tropics. Groot was struck with the realization that there was a huge untapped opportunity to introduce hybrid cabbage bred for tropical conditions. When Sluis & Groot changed hands in 1981, Groot set out on a mission to bring what he had learned in the Netherlands to the tropics. Following in the footsteps of his forebears with the images of famine during World War II etched in his mind, he headed off to pioneer localized vegetable breeding and seed production in Southeast Asia. At age 47, he embarked on an exploratory tour, digging into the details of the seed industry in the region. Groot's sensibilities as a seedsman were inflamed by what he found in the poor quality seeds that Southeast Asian farmers had to struggle with. He saw the potential for improved high-quality vegetable seeds to make an enormous difference in the livelihoods of smallholder farmers.
I had observed during my first 20 years that the seed quality here was not as good as in the temperate country like Europe or North America, and that the farmers here were not getting very good quality seeds. And I never liked that. I thought farmers deserve good seeds everywhere.
In the Philippines, Groot found the ideal business partner in Benito Domingo, who had local connections to the seed trade, agriculture industry, and universities, as well as a passion for seeds. They went into business together in 1982, and to show their partnership between an Asian and a European, they named the firm East-West Seed. Starting with developing the Jade Star bitter gourd variety, Groot created the market for improved high-quality vegetable seeds, which did not exist in Southeast Asia at that time. The Jade Star was the very first locally developed hybrid vegetable variety in Southeast Asia. Groot's fanatic attention to detail in adapting vegetable varieties to local conditions was an essential part of serving as many smallholder farmers as possible. He introduced small, inexpensive packages of high-quality seeds that were tailored for smallholders to plant small plots of land. Seeing that farmers often needed assistance to learn how to optimize the benefit reaped from his seeds, Groot set up field training programs and demonstrations that taught farmers improved agricultural practices. These trainings grew into East West Seed's knowledge transfer program. Today, 100 staff train more than 56,000 farmers each year in 8 countries in Asia and Africa, and aim to reach millions more through other media, such as crop guides translated into the local languages and instructions that are accessible to all education levels. As a result of better seeds and farming methods, farmers saw a dramatic increase in their yields and profits, doubling or even tripling their incomes. And consumers found greater availability and affordability of these nutritious vegetables in their local markets. The work of Groot and East West Seed has led to a long line of beneficial developments in markets, farming operations, and rural revenue streams, resulting in huge economic impact that could not have been produced by public aid programs alone. More than 20 million farmers in 60 countries plant East West Seed's 973 improved varieties of 60 vegetable crops on 28 million hectares. The high-quality, nutritious vegetables have reached hundreds of millions of consumers, especially women feeding their families at affordable prices. The red arrow of East West Seed's logo is a household name among Southeast Asian farmers.
Every day you think about what can we do better to make us a better seed company and to make us a more useful company for the farmers. And, that's my #1 passion, better seeds for small farmers. The smiles of farmers, that makes me really happy.
When Simon Groot's great-great-great-grandfather began his work in the seed industry, the world would not have predicted the immense impact of high-quality seeds. Infused with the passion and knowledge of 6 generations, Simon Groot traveled halfway across the globe to ignite a vegetable seed revolution that today has reached half of the countries on the planet. For his visionary leadership and relentless passion for farmers, which has transformed the lives of millions of people around the world, Simon Groot is truly deserving to be named the 2019 World Food Prize Laureate.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the 2019 World Food Prize Laureate, Mr. Simon Groot. At this time, we invite the World Food Prize Chairman John Ruan III to join our laureate on the dais. We also are honored to invite the President of the Democratic Republic of the Congo, Felix Tshisekedi, His Excellency, and the Ambassador André Haspels of the Netherlands, Dr. Gabisa Ijeta, the Chair of the World Food Prize Selection Committee, the Deputy Vice Minister of Agriculture of the Netherlands, Mariah Baines, and also from the Netherlands and a member of the World Food Prize Council of Advisors, the President of Wageningen University, Dr. Luis Fresco, to join Mr. Ron in presenting the prize. The World Food Prize sculpture will now be presented to the 2019 laureate by the chairman of the World Food Prize Foundation, Mr. John Ruan III.
There are too many important people in this room to even start calling out names. Finally, in this huge world of global agriculture, you have recognized the small guys, the vegetable farmers of Asia, Africa, and Latin America. Therefore, I'm very grateful to receive this award. My own philosophy from the beginning 40 years ago was to deliver quality seeds to these farmers and become their friend. And the best way to become the friend of the farmer is to give them the tools to make more money. The main tools are to provide them with high-quality seeds and the knowledge to make the best use of them. The real enemy of the farmers is lousy seeds. This award goes to agricultural scientists working on improvement of the major food crops. And now it's the time to pay more attention to the vegetable crops that deliver high nutritional value. And of course, as we learned during the past few days from the Rockefeller Foundation people, they can provide a source of better nutrition. But I'm just a simple seedsman who want to make a difference to farmers around the world, as my ancestors have done for their generations. I would like to thank the World Food Prize Foundation and its admirable leader, Ambassador Kenneth Quinn, and my business partners from the early days, and then especially my dear wife, Daisy, who has stood beside me for 55 years and let me go off and follow my dreams into remote bitter gourd fields, onion fields, and pumpkin fields. My children, Rutger, Art, and Maaike, all present here, and my other son, Jan, who could not be here today, they will carry on my legacy at East West Seed. Also the tireless staff of East West Seed, who shared faith in our common goals, and most of all, the millions of farmers who put their trust in us and made our company grow with their success. What has been the secret of our success? The science of developing better seeds, knowledge of what the markets demand, and education of the farmers, which we now call knowledge transfer. As it was already mentioned on the show, we are currently training more than 100,000 farmers per year, and our goal is to build that to 300,000 farmers over the next 5 years. And most of the expansion will be in Africa. How do I see the future of growing vegetables? It will start with transplanting the knowledge of what we have learned in Asia to Africa. We now want to professionalize the vegetable farming industry of Africa, like we did and continue to do so in Asia. More income for the farmers and more healthy food for the local and urban populations. We want to help the next generation of farmers to stay in the business of their fathers and to develop new innovations in farming, as well as basic entrepreneurial skills. And we are looking for partners who want to help us to modernize vegetable farming in Asia and Africa. Farmers who recognize the value of vegetables to farmers' income development and quality nutrition. Partners who will help us to empower the vegetable farmers of Africa in feeding its growing population. If you want to join us in that quest, please reach out to us. I'm extremely grateful to receive this prestigious award for the work I've done over the past 40 years. I look forward to sharing the prize money with the work our knowledge transfer team is doing on training smallholder farmers in Uganda how to grow healthy and nutritious vegetables like pumpkins and tomatoes. Looking back, our success has really come from sticking to our philosophy of being a true friend of the farmer. Because the small guys really do matter, and so do vegetables. Thank you very much.
Simon Groot.